if you really do that leading up to it as often as you can, you'll be surprised how much more you enjoy that obligation than you thought you would.
I think one more thing I want to add to this is that I feel like I am a relatively fun person. It's not about how other people see me. It's about how I experience myself. Hello and welcome to Sunflower Philosophy Podcast. My name is Juliana and I am a certified consulting hypnotist, soon to be board certified, we hope, and also a tarot reader. And this is my co-host.
I'm DC and I am Juliana's mom and business partner, and I am a board certified hypnotist and coach.
And on this podcast, we talk about all manner of things that we find interesting, helpful, intriguing. We're very interested in philosophical conversations, spiritual conversations, and of course we talk about hypnosis and tarot from time to time. But in this particular episode, we are interested in exploring the concept of fun, and specifically how to bring more fun into our lives. So we're going to be doing that. Well, we're going to kind of let the conversation unfold, honestly.
Well, right, because if you haven't heard us say this before, once we come up with a topic, for whatever reason, maybe one of us will bring it to the table or what have you, we don't discuss it with each other so that our conversation is fresh, because one of the reasons or one of the inspirations for us actually doing this is because we have such great conversations and we're always like, we should have recorded that. So when the topic of fun, how to create fun in your life, showed up for us and we were like, do you want to talk about that? Yeah, let's talk about that. That's it. We left it at that. We have not discussed any details. So here we go.
Yeah. Well, I would like to start by posing a question to you. What is the most recent time that you feel like you had fun?
Okay. That's kind of a tough question. I mean, like the last time we recorded a podcast, I had a lot of fun. I really enjoy doing this. This is fun for me. I enjoy it. I enjoy meaningful conversations with people. So, and I think because I don't think that a lot of people get as much opportunity to do that these days. It just is like in person. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's a lot of that, or even online in person kind of thing. I don't think people get that opportunity to do that much. So that's fun for me. When is the last time I had fun? Can you think of some while I think about it? Can you think of one?
Yeah. And I also think maybe we should talk about what fun feels like to us.
Right. Because it's going to be different for everyone.
Yeah.
And what I'm hoping that we and our listeners will get out of this is maybe some ideas of ways to actually intentionally create more fun for yourself, make things fun for yourself.
And to honestly take a moment to understand what that feels like and even means to you.
Yeah, because, I mean, yeah.
So I'll talk about the last time I feel like I had fun, and then I'll also talk about kind of what that felt like to me and why I would consider that fun versus maybe something else that I enjoyed, but I wouldn't consider fun. So I feel like the last time I had fun was just the other night. I was talking to my boyfriend on the phone, and we live long distance, so we have these phone conversations a lot. And just like with any human interaction, sometimes there's more energy there, sometimes there's less energy, sometimes there's a little bit of friction of personalities. But last night we were just in a good, fun mood, and I was talking about, I think he asked me a question about the book Twilight because he's never read it, but he was listening to a podcast, people were talking about it, and so he had some sort of silly questions for me, non-serious, and then I gave a serious answer, but it was lighthearted. It was honestly, I felt like I made some good points and came up with some really good analysis, but it was off the cuff. There was no pressure. It wasn't like I was trying to prove anything.
Right.
And so I just had fun with that, and from there we just let the conversation spiral into all different things, and it was just a really good energy. So I feel like for me, the reason I would call that fun is because it felt like something that flowed. I felt no sense of stress or pressure, but I also felt a heightening of my energy.
Yeah, invigorated and yeah.
I feel like fun to me feels energetic. So I also had a yoga gathering after that conversation that I honestly wouldn't say was fun, but it was enjoyable. But it was much more of a peaceful feeling. And so I feel like I would be less inclined to class that as fun.
So, excuse me, fun to you is energetic, is...
Yeah, there's like an energy there. There's like a lightheartedness. Often I feel like there's the open door for humor and laughter within that. I think other things I'd find fun, I just think of like running around outside when I was a kid and pretending different things, you know. Also, there's an energy there as well. Like, to me, there's some kind of like heightened energy that has to be involved.
I get that, because part of me was like, wow, okay, if fun is heightened energy, like really heightened energy, then I don't think I even want to have fun anymore, because I like to chill and relax. But I get it. I'm kind of just joking.
And
because
your experience of fun can be different.
Well, my experience of fun used to be different. I used to like to go out, party, dance, stay out all night long. I don't want to do that anymore. That I'm not saying, if the, occasion came up and I was having fun and I stayed out, it wouldn't be great. But like, I don't look to do that anymore. Mm-hmm. And that's something I looked to do, several nights a week, right? Back in the day. But now I enjoy really good conversation and I love to laugh. Mm-hmm. So, laughing is probably like my favorite thing. So fun for me is an opportunity to laugh and interact.
So I feel like we have similar answers.
Yes.
The energy behind what we find fun is a little bit different, but laughter came up for both of us, and I feel like both of our examples involve interaction as part of fun.
Yeah. I mean,
I can have fun by myself too. That I have fun. I mean, when I do tarot readings for, I have a tarot YouTube channel, Sunflower Philosophy Tarot, if you want to check that out. But when I do tarot readings, I have fun, and it's just me, recording with a camera. But the idea is that I'm connecting with other people's energies, and so I do feel like I'm interacting with other people, even if they're not in my immediate vicinity. Like, I can feel the kinds of people I'm interacting with, the kinds of energies I'm interacting with. So I guess that's still kind of interactive.
I mean, I can do something like that alone and find that fun also. Mm-hmm. Like, watching a continuing education NGH video or what have you. I could be sitting alone watching that person, teach something or talk, even if it's something I already know. It's just, I enjoy that. I like learning. Learning is fun for me.
Learning is fun.
I
would say I enjoy that too. I mean, I could be if I'm watching TV alone and I'm really invested in what I'm watching, that could be fun. I have fun like reading books, but I honestly feel like it's kind of it depends, because I feel like it blurs the line for me between like something that I find relaxing and something that I find fun, which aren't always the same thing. I think fun can be relaxing.
Right.
But
not necessarily.
Not necessarily. And also like doing art, like creating, can be fun. But when I'm thinking about having fun creating art, sorry, I got briefly interrupted, but we're back. So I was saying, when I'm creating art, sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's relaxing, but when I'm thinking about creating art being fun, a lot of the examples that are coming to mind are of creating art in a group or like with other people also around. Like, I just feel like there's some kind of part of me that wants to associate fun with other people. Even if I'm like watching something, I'm like, there's other personalities bouncing off of mine.
That's interesting. Yeah. So the common denominator here, no matter how it is, whether it's in person or virtual, is other people. Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I don't think that's exclusive, because
no, I'm yeah, my mind's going.
But you know what it is? It's like I could be doing something isolated, like reading, watching TV, watching a YouTube video. But I feel like the part that's fun for me often involves other, like the ability to observe other people. So if I'm observing other characters, I'm getting involved in their journeys. I'm observing like a person telling me about something. So even if it's not like I'm physically with an individual, it's like something about another person is involved. I find it really fun to have that interaction, even if the interaction is one-sided.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously, from what I said, I can have one-sided interaction and have fun too. But I do think that the most fun for me does involve other people, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm open-minded to having fun by myself, just like exploring like a new store that I've never been to. I just don't do those kinds of things a lot.
Right, right. So that's something that you might want to make it a point to do.
Yes, so actually I feel like we're talking about all these things that we find fun, that we already know we find fun, and we're fortunate enough to have those things where off the top of our heads we can be like, oh, well, that sounds fun, I can go do that. I would also say, though, it's very up to my mood, whether or not in a given moment I want to go, talk to someone, or I want to watch a movie or whatever, or I want to read a book. I don't always, I might not always be in the mood for that.
Well, yeah, you're designed to respond in the moment. I'm referring to human design for those who know what that is. Juliana is designed to like have that in the moment, gut response feeling that of what she wants to do or not,
And going off of that also means that the door is kind of open for anything in the moment for me.
That is true.
I feel like sometimes it's less even what I'm doing, and it's more of how I feel when I'm doing it, and I don't always know how I'm gonna feel until I'm in that moment. But I feel like there are ways also to cultivate a sense of fun by simply just setting the intention that this is going to be fun. I'm going to have fun doing this. And then you'll find ways, your brain will find ways to make that happen. Like if
I
I'm
agree,
doing
100%, obviously. As a hypnotist.
And there might be times that it's harder to get that going than others. But for example, if I'm like, I've really got to clean my room, but that's just so annoying, I don't want to. Well, if I'm going to do it anyway, can I set the intention that it's going to be fun and then find ways for it to be fun? And maybe I'll enjoy uncovering some things I forgot I had in
exactly. I was just thinking
my room. Sometimes you get sidetracked and you stop to play with something that you found.
Right.
Because you forgot. But you're having fun, and then it'll get done eventually.
Right. It is true about setting intentions. If you set the intention that's going to be fun, like you said, you might find something. Or, I'll put on music. Oh, it'll be fun. It'll also be fun to have my room all cleaned up, too. How much fun is that?
Maybe there's like something that you want to do once you have your room clean. Like, it'll be so much easier to, I don't know, do yoga. Or maybe you really enjoy vacuuming. Once you clean up the stuff that's on the floor, you get to vacuum. I don't know. That's a really weird specific example, but some people do. Yeah. Some people enjoy vacuuming. And
that is true. Some people do.
And then there's also what we were talking about before, which I kind of want to get back to, which is opening up to new adventures and trying out new things to see how fun they are to you. And part of that, it can be like, even if it's something that you don't know that you'll enjoy, like if I'm like, oh, I'm going to go check out this thrift store by myself, and maybe I don't always enjoy going to stores by myself. Maybe I don't even care that much about thrift stores. But if I decide that I'm going to do this new adventure and it's going to be fun, I'll find ways to make it fun. But then there's also the aspect of novelty being exciting as well. Like, I think that it can be anxiety inducing, but anxiety and excitement are kind of the same chemical reaction in the body and the brain. So it's more about the attitude that you go into it with at a certain point. And as someone who has experienced a lot of what I would call anxiety or just like stress reactions to things, especially social things or going out in the past, I do feel like for me, experiencing more solo excursions where I'm in an unfamiliar environment and I'm just by myself, learning how to enjoy that, learning how to have fun with that could be a really valuable exercise.
And, you're actually designed to be active in your environment and to like be in an environment that fosters activity, that gives you something to do, something that you want to do in that moment is a good, healthy environment for you. So it makes sense that you're looking for like things to do, places to go, excursions, things to see. Where I'm designed to be more physically passive and more observing, which is probably why like I kind of like to sit back and enjoy people's company. And it's not like I don't want to go out and have experiences ever. And also, age and experience in the past, like there's a lot of been there, done that, don't need to do that anymore kind of thing with me. So
you are kind of looking for new experiences in a way.
I definitely am. And I've had some new experiences of late and stuff like that. So, but yeah, fun. It's really like, you have to just define it for yourself. And then, like you said,
and what does it feel like? Not just like, what do you think fun is, or how would you define it with words? It's like, what does it feel like in your body when you think of the word fun?
I do get more of an energetic feeling.
I feel bouncy.
Yeah, I do too. And that's why I'm like, well, you know what? I like to have fun. But you know what? I also like to just enjoy things. So again, that might become from like the physically passive to like, like in my environment, like an environment that allows me to sit back. And for you, an environment that allows you to do, because we are very opposite. And we'll I'm sure we'll talk about that in a future podcast. But yeah, it's what is fun for you. What is fun for you?
Yeah. And we kind of started to get here, but let's now just segue into ways that we individually feel like we want to create more fun in our lives on a day-to-day basis, like ways that we think we can do that. So for me, I feel like I want to start being more intentional that before I do a task, I'm just going to set the intention that it's going to be fun in some aspect. It doesn't have to be the most fun I've ever had. It doesn't have to be the most energetic kind of fun either, but that I'm going to enjoy it. And that if I feel like it, it's going to be fun. And also, like I said before, maybe some, just every week or every month, maybe a solo excursion to do something that I haven't done before, or just do something that I do by myself and see how much fun I can have with that. As long as my schedule allows. I'm not going to force it,
Yeah, right.
Especially if I've got other fun stuff going on in my life.
Right.
But I do feel like sometimes, you feel like you get caught up in your schedule and you're just focused on the things you have to get done, or you're caught up in, or like a lot of, maybe you just have a lot of things coming up that are fun, but not of your own choosing. Maybe you feel like you've got a lot of things that you have to do.
Yeah, right.
And so it's nice to sort of create your own sort of, okay, this is my time. I'm going to do this by myself, for myself.
I want to backtrack a little bit to the things that we have to do, because like, listen, ideally, people are only doing things that they want to do, because honestly, we've set this world up, this system up, so that we spend a lot of time doing things that we don't want to do. That's the way that we have set up this society at this point. And so a lot of us are locked into things that we, obligations and things that we have to do. So when there's something that you have to do, maybe there are ways you can come up with to create fun in it. And you did allude to that, right? Mm-hmm. And, Abraham Hicks, if you're familiar with Esther Hicks, who channels Abraham Hicks would call that pre-paving, where, okay, I have this obligation, I have this chore, this job, this task, whatever it is that I have to do, and I really don't want to do it. But if you've got time between, now and when you have to do it, you can actually pre-pave it. And I've done this, as you know. What I did was just in general think, you know what, I have this obligation, I have this thing I have to attend. I'm going to have fun. It's going to be fun. There'll be laughter. There'll be this. There'll be that. It depends on the specific thing that you have to do. But try to think about any positive aspects about it and pre-pave it to be fun, to be more enjoyable than it is. Mm-hmm. And if you really do that leading up to it as often as you can, you'll be surprised how much more you enjoy that obligation than you thought you would. It is really, really possible. I've done it. If I can do it, anyone can do it, is what I would say.
Yeah. And I feel like that links into what I said about like setting the intention to have fun.
Yes.
And I think sometimes it might be more successful depending on the person and also your like mood or attitude towards something to actually like as you said, pre-pave, so intentionally like think of things that could be fun and like think about how fun it's going to be and really get yourself in that mode. And then other times for other people, it might be easier to just say, I'm going to set the intention that it's fun, let that go and just trust that it will be.
That is true. Everyone is different. And that goes for anything we say or anyone else says. Like one formula does not fit all. One size does not fit all, no matter what. We are all completely and, absolutely unique.
I definitely find for myself, there are times when I get too in my head. And if I'm trying to like visualize or say affirmations or come up with reasons why something's going to turn out the way I want it to, I get too, like, it kind of almost creates the opposite effect.
Yes.
So for me, sometimes just being like, this is my intention, and I'm just going to let it go and not think about it. Sometimes that works better for me, but that's not the case for everyone.
And actually what you just touched on might be a good topic for a future video, because we really could get into that and give some people like some practical steps, might try it this way, might try it this way, might try it that way, give people options to try, because again, everyone's different. And like the situation that I was talking about, it was something I had to attend, and I it was an obligation and I didn't want to do it, and I was very negative about it, but I was like, okay, pre-paving, I've heard, Abraham talk about this, and all right, I'm going to have fun. And I didn't get specific. I didn't, and this worked for me, and it might not even, this exact thing might not even work for me the next time. I might need to like tweak it or something, right? But I just kept saying, I let's say I had approximately a week of doing this, where, anytime I would think about it, I'd be like, you know what? It's going to be fun. It's going to be good. I think it's going to be fun. I feel like people are going to be laughing and talking. I think I'm going to have a good time. And every time I did that, I believed it more and more. I talked myself into it and I didn't get specific, by being general and what have you. And by the time it was like the day before, I was like, ooh, tomorrow, yay. And then that day I was like so excited, and it was great. It was great. It was like the universe was rolling out the red carpet for me. And so was every person I encountered, either people I knew, people I didn't. It was amazing. Again, we could get a little more detail in that in a future thing. But you can find ways to create more fun in your life if you are deliberate and intentional.
So then maybe, you could still say like ways that you want to create more fun in your life if you want to, but maybe we could sort of close out with a specific thing that we're either looking forward to, or a way that we're going to like have fun in the near future.
Okay. I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Okay, well, I'll go first.
You have a lot of things planned. Again,
I do.
Young, single, whatever, and boyfriend, but a lot older, married, settled down, so like,
that's why we're doing this, because there's unlimited ways to have fun no matter who you are. There's not only one way to do it.
True.
So, and especially for this conversation, if you don't already have something that you're looking forward to, what's one way that you're considering?
Oh, I'm sure after we turn off the, mic and the camera, I'll be like, oh, duh.
Well, maybe it'll come to you before that.
Yeah, go ahead.
So for me, I have, I'm traveling this weekend, and I'm going to visit a friend I haven't seen in a while, which is really nice, and celebrate a birthday. And I feel like I should be excited for this, and I'm really excited to see this person and to just get out and experience something new. But I also have a lot of, I have to travel, and I have other things on my mind that I want to get done for the week after, and I have other things coming up I want to prepare for, so it feels like kind of a lot on my plate, and I sometimes get a little overwhelmed with that kind of thing. So for me, my intention really is to just say, it's going to be fun, it's going to be lighthearted and easy, and I'm going to enjoy it, and I'll have more than enough time to get everything done that I need to get done when I get back. And set that intention now and let that go. And that is how I'm going to create fun in a situation where I probably will have fun anyway, but I have some reservations about it because of just like getting in my head, having a lot of other things on my plate. Like I don't want to let anxiety or stress get in the way of enjoying a situation that should be, for all intents and purposes, fun. So my intention is to prepay that a little bit, shall we say, and just say that it will be a really good time. And also to be really grateful that I have a lot of opportunities for fun and or things that are coming up that will be fun. And even if I feel a little overwhelmed by that sometimes, I'm grateful for it. And I feel like my life is overflowing with opportunities for fun nowadays.
Well, lucky you.
So
that's great.
Yeah. I guess that's my way of saying I don't feel like I need to put in that much work or thought to create fun, because I feel like I've kind of already done that.
Yeah.
And now it's like,
yeah,
I'm getting the benefits of that momentum. That momentum is growing in my life.
Right. I mean, and you've got like a lot of things coming up that are going to be fun too. Mm-hmm. But you're going to have fun in between all of those things also. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not like it's not only about the big events and whatever.
I think one more thing I want to add to this is that I feel like I am a relatively fun person. Not necessarily, like, I don't think other people are some people might think I'm fun, some people might not. It's not about how other people see me. It's about how I experience myself. I feel like I create fun in moments of just nothing at times. Like, I feel like I have a way of looking at things that makes them fun for me. And so I did cultivate that and grow that over a long period of time, because there were many times in my life I did not feel that way at all. And maybe we'll go into more of that at some later time in this podcast. But
yeah,
I do feel like this is something that I have grown within myself over time. It's just gained momentum to where I feel like that's spilling out into the different kinds of things that I'm now getting to do in my life, and also my openness to experience new things that other people are like, oh yeah, that's fun. It's like, well, I was having fun with myself, by myself, just doing my own thing and creating that for me in my attitude. And now I'm more open to experiencing that in other settings now as well. Because I think we discussed this, but a lot of my definition of fun now has to do with like being around other people or engaging with other people. But I feel like at a certain point, it wasn't always like that for me. So my definition of fun, the things I've found fun, have changed over time.
Yeah, right. Your definition. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. And again, we touched in earlier, like enjoyment versus like fun, right? Like I enjoy like puzzles. I love crossword puzzles and Sudoku and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. Is that fun? I mean, I'm not like, woo, but I enjoy it, like I like, my brain likes to be really active. So I, enjoy that, but that, that's a solitary enjoyment for me. But is it fun? I don't know. Maybe it is fun for me, maybe fun for me isn't full of energy and what have you, so yeah. Like what do I have coming up to look forward to, for example? It's like, well, okay, this weekend, Dad and I will probably go out to lunch, like we often do or something, and lunch because I prefer to go out earlier. Mm-hmm. Like I like to go out early and settle in early. So, probably go out to lunch and have some good conversation and good food and stuff. And that's fun for me. Especially when we get a good conversation going. But, yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah, well, and there's room for serendipity in there as well. You don't have to pre-plan your fun.
Well, that's a really good point. I was actually going to say that, that a lot of times fun is not planned out.
It finds you.
Yeah. But I mean, honestly, I feel like if anybody's looking to get something out of this conversation, I feel like looking for ways to create fun or make something that you deem unpleasant more fun.
Yeah.
Just for your own sake,
just recognize at least that is something that you can do.
Yeah.
And it's something that you might have to practice at if you're not used to it. But if you set the intention, or if you try it and maybe you don't always feel it. Maybe you're like, I'm trying to make this fun. It's not really working. But just the openness to that experience, it builds momentum. Like I said, I haven't always been someone who I considered myself fun to be with. I did not enjoy being with myself a lot at certain points in my life. I do now, not every single second of every single day, but a majority of the time. And
right.
That was cultivated over many years, and not always as intentionally as I do it now, but at least partially intentionally.
I think that's important to point out too, because that shows what you bring to the table.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not like you were just lived this charmed life of a person who always had fun and is fun. I am fun and I have fun. No, you were intentional about improving your
relationship with myself and with life, basically.
Yes. I mean,
and fun is part of that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's a big topic that we can,
and just valuing play and fun for its sake, not for productivity. Yes, I do consider it part of my personal growth, but also personal growth is also fun for me. It's not like a slog. It's not like, oh, I have to grow because I have to be a better person because I don't know.
Yes, that's the same for me.
Some kind of pressure that I put on myself. It's just because I enjoy that. I love the experience of realizing how much I've changed as a person. That's fun for me. Again, started out of more necessity, feeling like I needed to change something, things weren't working well for me and I wasn't feeling good about myself. Yes. But eventually grew into something that was just more lighthearted. And I feel like that this is a conversation. I feel like, we never know who's listening to us and where they're coming from. So it's something it's important to know that this is something that can help you, whether you're generally feeling like you're in a decent place in life and you're already having some fun, but you want to be more intentional about it. Or if you're struggling to invite fun into your life, and it's don't put pressure on yourself to have fun every moment, but if you can be intentional with you know what, I'm just going to, in this one moment for this one thing that I'm about to do, I'm going to set the intention that it'll be fun. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but I'm going to be open to the possibility. And just, if you open the door, the momentum will find you in various ways. That's at least how I live my life. So if that resonates with you, if you find that is an intriguing thing for you to experiment with, or you have your own experience with that, then I hope you take heart in my my explanation of my experience a bit, because it's I've cultivated, I would say, a more playful relationship with myself, and therefore also with my life over time. And it takes time, and you got to just be patient with it and just let it unfold.
And I think I've learned something from this conversation too, that however you define fun, maybe a lot of the time I just need enjoyment. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I enjoy doing puzzles. I have to the point where sometimes I'm staying up too late because I'm doing puzzles. My mind likes to be occupied with stuff like that. And honestly, I think my mind prefers to be occupied with stuff like that by myself. Mm-hmm. Right? That's, playing games with people where you do that kind of stuff, that's fun too. I do like that. But maybe if you can't find fun in things, you can find enjoyment. Yeah. Find something to enjoy. Satisfaction. Yeah. Right. It does. Not everything has to be rip-roaring fun.
No, yeah. It's nice to have those moments. It's nice to have those times when you're just playing and it feels fun and you feel like a kid, or you just feel energized. But that's I feel like it's even better when it's in smaller doses in terms of
yes,
that you allowing that contrast of sometimes things are just gentle and easy and peaceful. Sometimes things are really satisfying to experience. Sometimes things are really fun and playful and uplifting.
And we, as we said, you're younger. you have a different design. You actually are designed with more regular energy than I have, right?
I'm an Aries as well, I feel like.
And yes, that helps. And
anyone who's into astrology out there.
and so the fun with all the energy that you talk about doesn't appeal to me as much as, say, it used to in the past.
And it also vary from just...
It varies from day to day, moment to moment, and situation to situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering if some of you out there are also like thinking, wow, you know what? Sometimes fun just sounds exhausting, right? So use another word, like Juliana said, satisfaction or enjoyment, relaxation, whatever you can, whatever word works for you for a particular situation that maybe you can find the satisfaction in an obligation, for example, or the enjoyment in it and what have you. So...
And yeah, actually, if you are interested and you're on a platform where you can do this, if you want to comment at your experience, like how do you define fun, or is there a different word that you prefer to use if the word fun doesn't really resonate with you, or if there's anything fun you have that you're looking forward to, or anything you did recently that you consider fun. If you want to share any of that, please do, because I'd love to see that. And I think it would be really interesting for other people to see other people's definitions and other people's experiences with it. We can all relate more to each other.
Yes.
And knowing that everyone's different and brings a little bit of a different perspective to the table. But on that note, do you have anything else to share on this topic?
I do not.
I don't think I do either. So then I guess let's close this out. Thanks so much for listening, if you listened this far. And if you are interested in also like contacting us, or if you have any questions for us, I'll put the email address that you can reach us at and our website in the description section of whatever platform you're listening on. We are on YouTube, Spotify, and potentially other platforms. I'll in the future hopefully be able to outline that for you.
Right. Like if you're listening to us on another platform, you know where we are.
Yeah. But if you want to like comment or whatever, you can find us on YouTube, Sunflower Philosophy. So
also our website is sunflowerphilosophy.com, and you can email us via the website if you like to contact us via email.
Yeah. And if you'd like to support us, you can simply comment, as we said, share,
subscribe,
follow, rate our podcast if you're on a platform that allows for that, and have a wonderful rest of your day. And
bye for now.
Bye for now. We'll see you in another episode very soon.